After a decade fighting alongside NATO troops in Afghanistan, New Zealand has signed a new security agreement with the military alliance aimed at bringing the two parties closer together. The Prime Minister John Key and the NATO Secretary-General Anders Fogh Rasmussen signed the deal at NATO headquarters in Brussels earlier today. Here's our political editor Brent Edwards.
The two men say the agreement formalises what has become an ever closer security relationship between New Zealand and NATO, the military alliance between Europe and North America. Mr Key says that relationship has developed over the past 10 years, particularly because of this country's involvement in the NATO-led mission in Afghanistan.
I think it makes sense to build that framework and to build that level of cooperation together as we face an uncertain world with a great many challenges. And from New Zealand's point of view, we've appreciated the support that we've had. We have worked and cooperated very successfully, I think, together. And hopefully the efforts of New Zealand, along with the other 49 partner countries, will and have made a difference to the outcomes of the people of Afghanistan.
Mr Rasmussen also pointed to the strong ties in Afghanistan.
New Zealand is playing a vital role. With your support, the Afghan forces are already taking responsibility for security in the Bayan province, and your commitment to help continue training and funding them will help ensure that we maintain the achievements we have made in Afghanistan with such great investment in blood and resources.
Under the deal, New Zealand and NATO will cooperate more closely on cyber security, disaster relief and crisis management, as well as promoting more joint education and training between their military forces. Mr Rasmussen says there are other areas where the two can cooperate.
Another example is maritime security. New Zealand is very much dependent on free and open sea lanes, so we have a common interest in maintaining security around what we call the global commons. That is sea lanes, transport routes, communication systems, energy supplies, you mentioned it. Again, it takes a strong international cooperation to protect our societies.
After signing the agreement, Mr Key travelled back to London, where later today he will attend the Thanksgiving service at St Paul's Cathedral for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee. Later in the week he travels to Berlin to meet the German Chancellor Angela Merkel before returning to New Zealand on Sunday. From Parliament for Checkpoint, Brent Edwards.